order the regular meeting of the City of Pauls Valley. If you will stand and join us in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Heavenly Father, we come before you first just to say thank you for bringing us together. We ask that you would guide this council with wisdom and fairness. Help us listen well, act with integrity, and make decisions that strengthen our community and serve all who live here. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
Chairs, if you'll reflect our roll call. Item 5, approval of the consent agenda, items A, B, and C.
I move for approval of the consent agenda, items A, B, and C.
Second. Probably moved and seconded to approve consent agenda. Councilman Marshall,
Yes.
Councilman Grimmon,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Meisel,
Yes.
Mayor Rushing.
Yes. Item 6, consideration of board appointments with possible action. The Lake Board is in need and they have a person that they've said they'd like to serve with them. Her name is Ingrid Page.
I'll make a motion, we appoint that person to the Lake Board.
Second.
Probably moved and seconded to approve the appointment to the Lake Board. Vice Mayor Meisel,
Yes.
Councilman Marshall,
Yes.
Councilman Grimmon,
Yes.
Mayor Rushing.
Yes. Item 7, consideration of the formal recognition and presentation of accommodations to Don May, Chief of Police, and Scott Woods, Fire Chief, for their exceptional leadership, coordination, and service during last week's emergency event with possible action. Scott, if you would come forward. I'm gonna read from here. Official,
Can we move for Scott to come around there with you, please?
he can come right up there. Exactly.
That would get a good photo op. It's like, you know, Scott's good looking enough, we don't look at it.
Scott, your culture.
Its accommodation says, whereas on April the 7th, 2026, the city of Pauls Valley experienced a critical incident at a local school requiring immediate emergency response and medical assistance. Whereas under the leadership of Chief Scott Wood, the Pauls Valley Fire Department responded with exceptional courage, skill, and coordination. Whereas firefighters and emergency personnel provided critical medical care, secured affected areas, and supported first responders in protecting the lives of those involved. Whereas the department's professionalism, compassion, and readiness played a vital role in stabilizing a dangerous situation and ensuring the safety and well-being of students, faculty, and staff. Whereas Chief Scott Wood's leadership and the actions of his department reflect the highest ideals of public service and bring great credit upon the city of Pauls Valley. Now, therefore, be it recognized that the city of Pauls Valley hereby expresses its sincere gratitude and formally commends Chief Scott Wood and the members of the department for their bravery, professionalism, and unwavering dedication to duty, given on this 14th day of April 2026. And now I'd like to do the same for our police chief, Don May.
Okay, come on.
So just don't cry, that's what I'm trying to do.
The official accommodation presented to Don May, Chief of Police. Whereas on April the 7th, 2026, the city of Pauls Valley experienced a critical incident at our local school that required an immediate coordinated emergency response. Whereas under the leadership of Chief Don May, the Pauls Valley Police Department responded swiftly, courageously, and with exceptional professionalism in the face of imminent danger. Whereas the actions of the department were instrumental in securing the scene, apprehending the suspect, and protecting the lives of students, faculty, and staff. Whereas the rapid and disciplined response of law enforcement helped ensure that no students were harmed and prevented a potentially greater tragedy. Whereas Chief Don May's leadership and conduct of his officers exemplify the highest standards of law enforcement and reflect great credit upon the city of Pauls Valley. Now, therefore, be it recognized that the city of Pauls Valley hereby expresses its sincere gratitude and formally commends Chief Don May and the members of the department for their bravery, professionalism, and unwavering dedication to duty.
Thank you.
I believe at this time that the school system also has something that they.
Just quickly, I want to put this on record. On behalf of the Pauls Valley School Board, I would like the council to know we are thankful and appreciative of all the firemen and policemen that responded to the incident last Tuesday. Thank you to Scott Woods and thank you to Don May for your exceptional leadership. Your departments responded quickly and professionally. We could not have asked for anything better than what we got. The collaboration between the fire and the police with the schools has been excellent, and we want you all to know that and know that we are grateful.
Just from my standpoint, from the bottom of my heart, thank you to the city, to our first responders that were there that day with us. The last 8 years, Pauls Valley has been my home. And knowing everything that went into this incident and what took place from our staff, from our first responders, from the community afterwards, and the response that we received, there is no other place I would want my kids than right in Pauls Valley. And sorry to kind of steal your line there, Chief, but it's true. There's no other place for my kids besides this community and what they've shown the last week. So thank you, city. Thank you to our first responders. We love you guys and look forward to continue working together.
I would not like to interrupt meetings. And, I have a chance to speak. I don't have any.
Oh, really?
That's first.
Exactly. All right, we're to item 10 on our agenda, which is a consideration of.
No, you need item 8. That's.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Yes. Presentation by Chief of Police recognizing officers for outstanding service, dedication, and professionalism in response to the recent tragic event, including accommodations and as appropriate with possible actions.
So I've given this same version, not a speech, just, I've talked to groups, the teachers and staff of the school, and I've not done it yet without choking up, so we'll give it a shot. To piggyback off of what Dr. Knight said, I'm gonna go a step further with that. I've had opportunities in previous jobs to not live here, and it's the same thing. I don't want to go anywhere else. I grew up here. I went to school here my entire school career. Teachers had a huge impact on my life. And they continue to have a huge impact on the youth in this community. And what Kirk Moore did was an example of what you get in a community like this. And we responded to an incident. Kirk Moore took care of an incident. And it's amazing to me. And I will tell anybody that asks, I don't want my kids to go to any other school than this one right here. And the teachers and staff of this school district are one. With that said, I'll move on to my police department folks. Officer Zachary Mackey, Assistant Chief Brittany McGehee, and Sergeant Heath Chapel. Come up here, please. Sergeant Chapel is the school resource officer who is on duty every day at our schools. He responded within about a minute and a half he was there. The other two officers were Assistant Chief McGehee and Officer Mackey were on duty that day working out in the community, and they were there within 10 seconds behind Heath. There's no way I can read this because I know I'll cry, so I'm just going to hit the high points. He does a great job with our youth in our school. Next year, he's not going to be in our school, but we're going to have somebody just as good. We've got good officers in the entire department. I have no doubt we will continue that. I know the students on Friday, some told me, some told school staff, everything's going to be good because the cops are here, and that means the world to me, especially in the environment that cops live in these days. So they know our community and they know where our heart's at, and that means the world to me. The other two arrived shortly after Heath. Officer Mackey applied his tourniquet to Kirk Moore, who knows what it's like to wear a tourniquet now, and it usually makes you an enemy, not a friend, because it's extremely painful. But for an officer to use their personal tourniquet on somebody that's wounded and still got to go, they don't know what else is out there. That's amazing. So great work, guys. These are letters of commendation for the three of you. Again, I can't read them. I know I'll cry. So thank you for what you did. I forget pictures. The media does not let me forget pictures.
No, thank you.
Right?
I'm sorry, TV, yeah, the paper's great. Last but not least, it's certainly, I've been a fireman longer than I've been a cop. I know who's gonna help me as the police chief when I need help. And what you guys did for me and my police department, thank you. We got to go and be cops and do what we need to do to make sure justice is done, because you handled business for me with the public and getting those kids back to their parents. I never had to worry about that. The school never had to worry about that. We knew y'all want to take care of business and get it done. And thank you guys for that. If you don't know this, most towns, their police departments and fire departments, and we get along real good. It is kind of an unusual thing. It's weird, but it's an unusual thing. We are an exception to that. I don't have to worry about having help when I need it. I know I can call them, they're coming. So thank you guys, appreciate y'all a lot.
Item 9, a presentation by the fire chief recognizing firefighters for exceptional performance, bravery, and commitment during the recent tragic event, including commendations and accommodations as appropriate with possible action.
All right, I'm like Dawn said, I'm not like, I have cried a lot, I've talked about it. I'm probably going to again tonight, and I don't care. To repeat what Dr. Knight and Don said, my two kids in the school year, I graduated from University City, so I'm kind of an outcast, but I, drug banging here in town, I loved it, it was great. But Miranda and Caleb, they enjoyed it here, I loved it here, I worked in the school for 9 years roughly off and on. And so I still feel very close to those people. But I'd take the time tonight to recognize a few of the men of the fire department for their response to the school shooting on April the 7th. That day is one our community will never forget. It's chaotic, emotional, and heavy. And it's something none of us want to face. But in the middle of it, I watched our firefighters do what they're trained to do, and more importantly, I watched them take care of people that really mattered the most. They didn't hesitate. They didn't back away. They stepped forward. I saw men confronting students, helping reunite with their families, securing the scene, doing whatever needed to be done, no matter how difficult it was. They carried themselves with professionalism, courage, and compassion in a moment that demonstrated all three. And what makes that even more powerful is that many of these men, were wearing more than just a fire helmet that day. They were fathers, wanting to know where their children were. They were uncles, looking for their nieces and nephews. One of them serves in the community as a school board member as well. And some of us were just trying to help look for other firefighters' children that weren't able to be there. As you all may know, Colby Green is in the hospital. He's blowing my phone up looking for Peyton. So these guys wore other helmets that day than just a fire helmet. But despite all that, they stayed focused, they stayed steady, and they did their job. Tonight I want to recognize every firefighter that was there that day. Captain Trevor Philan, Lieutenant J.R. Jackson, I'll say that if I call your name. Lieutenant Janie May, Lieutenant Stephen Wilkerson, he couldn't be here tonight. Corporal Tyler Jolly, Firefighter Chris Matthews, Firefighter Dalton Morris, Firefighter Bo Seabold, Firefighter Josh Cottrell, Firefighter J.D. Poe, Firefighter Marvin Blood, Firefighter Drake O'Brien, Firefighter Jason Selman, and Firefighter Mark Morgan. I know it sounds funny, but Firefighter Mark Morgan. These are the men who stood between chaos and calm and chose to step in. These men stood shoulder to shoulder on the hardest day this community ever faced. And they did it with strength, with purpose, and with a commitment to the people we serve. What they did that day wasn't just their job. It was a service in the truest form. To every one of you guys, I'm proud of you. And I'm honored to serve you guys as your chief. This department showed this community who we are on April the 7th, and that will not be forgotten. On April the 7th, in a moment that mattered most, these men showed exactly what it means to serve, and this community is safer because of that. If you would, please join me in recognizing these men. J.D. Cole, Bud.
Everybody.
You can't just avoid the picture.
You have to push it closer together.
Yeah.
All right, thanks for everybody.
Thank you. Item 10, Consideration of approval of an accent window to repair 3 broken windows at City Hall in the amount of $8,588 with possible action.
Your office right here.
Say what, the one in Tony's office and the two here in the corner. These two, the corners broke with that crack will grow. Of course, you want in Tony's office, we gotta get fixed because it's actually coming out of savings. We put out the bid, we got basically, we only got 2 bids back. One was from this company, another one's from our local business. But this was the best price.
I move for approval of the
Substantial.
Substantial.
make sure. Did you do business?
Substantial.
So I move for approval of the bid for accent window with a cost of $8,588 listed 9-10.
Second.
Probably move second to approve action item 10. Councilman Marshall,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Meisel,
Yes.
Councilman Grimmett,
Yes.
Mayor Rushing.
Yes. Item 11, consideration of a special event application for the Pauls Valley High School graduation located at the band shell at 1005 North Chickasaw from 8 a.m. to 9 p.m. on May 22nd, 2026 with possible action.
Basically, it's just you're approving them to do it, I think that's done all the time, so.
This will be the first at the band shell.
Oh, you never had the band shell?
It's always been
It's because the
The track and the, all the running in that field.
Okay.
I make a motion.
Second.
Probably move to second to approve action item number 11. Councilman Grimmett,
Yes.
Councilman Marshall,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Meisel,
yes.
Mayor Rushing.
Yes. Item 12, consideration of a citywide garage sale for the city of Pauls Valley to be held the first weekend in June with possible action.
I believe this is something y'all pretty much done every year. We have offer one free garage sale weekend. That's what this is. This is basically what same time we've done every year.
I'll make a motion, we approve the request for a citywide garage sale.
Second.
Probably move to second to approve action item number 12. Vice Mayor Meisel,
Yes.
Councilman Grimmett,
Yes.
Councilman Marshall,
Yes.
Mayor Rushing.
Yes. Item 13, consideration of an address by Manuel Campos requesting a street closure on Willow Street from Joy to Charles from 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. on April the 25th, 2026 for the Iglesias Christian Church grand opening with possible action.
I asked Mr. Campos to be here today, but, if you have any questions, I can probably answer them for you. They're just wanting to close it. All they're gonna do is set up some tables for food, between, Charles and Joy. Kind of have a little grand opening, if you will. He said he's already spoken with, Norma's and they have no problem with it. That's the only business that's really there. There's still gonna be access all the other 2 sides.
Where is the church?
Joy's.
It goes by.
3 blocks, 2 blocks down that way.
Yeah,
2
Joy.
blocks.
Where exactly is the church going to be located?
It's on Joy Street, kind of middle of the block on the north side.
Thank you.
But they just want to set up some tables and stuff, just to basically also.
Yeah, I move for the approval of the request for the street closure as listed in item 13.
Thank you.
Second.
Probably moved and probably moved and seconded to approve action item 13. Councilman Marshall,
Yes.
Councilman Grimmett,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Meisel,
Yes.
Mayor Rushing.
Yes. Item 14, discussion and possible action to approve a construction agreement between the city of Pauls Valley and ABC Dump Service at 5115 South Kerr Avenue, Pauls Valley, for construction work at the Pauls Valley Senior Center as outlined in attachment A in an amount not to exceed $39,426.52. The agreement includes phased payments with 15% retainage until final inspection and approval, and requires all work to meet applicable building codes and standards.
So, basically, Senior Center was flooded a while back, caused damage, so we turned it in insurance. We've got out the bid, we got several bids. This one came back, it was again the best price, so most of this is being covered by insurance. They're ready to get started, actually, if it's approved, they can start doing floors. And basically, we're grinding the floors down, and then we'll start doing remodeling and all that. Bring it back to where it should be, and it'll be back the way it was. We've taken a lot right now, if you go into those walls, we've taken the walls out, the bottom half of the walls, things like that, just to get it dry after that water damage.
So,
And to do some of the mold remediation.
so it was flooded after the building was rented by someone, is that?
Yes. Yes. So, and we are in negotiations with them to see what they're going to do to try to take care of it.
Assist in this repair.
But insurance is covering most of this, so that's what we want to do. I mean,
That's why we have it.
that's why we have it. And again, if we put it out for bid, this is the best price by far.
It's a well-used building.
Oh, yeah, and we're trying to get it done, that's why I'm trying, as quick as we can, because fairly quickly. What I'm told here in April and May is when people start using a lot for graduations, parties, things like that. So we're trying to get it done as quick as we can, so. And it's like, if it's approved, we've already got on our schedule, they're gonna start Monday if it's approved, or start Friday if it's approved.
Make a motion, I'll second.
You first it.
Fine, did you make it?
We'll put down whichever one you want.
Okay.
We both are in agreement.
Probably moved and second to, approve action item number 14. Vice Mayor Meisel,
Yes.
Councilman Grimmett,
Yes.
Councilman Urschel,
Yes.
Mayor Rushing.
Yes. Item 15, discussion and possible action to approve a construction bid between the City of Pauls Valley and Arbuckle Roofing for construction work on bathroom and concession stands located in Wacker Park for the replacement of roof and the amount not to exceed $7,100.
Okay, so basically we're, the roof was in bad shape, but finally part of it caved in, so we're getting it repaired. Actually, they have already finished the work and they were trying to continue doing some other work there. But this is basically to approve the replacement of that roof. Again, it was the best bid by far. So that's what it's for, just to get that back in order and to get it forward so it's usable.
Is that just for the roof or is that for the bathroom?
That's just the roof. And then we've got some other things coming in front, we've got some other bits to see remodeling the inside.
And Paul's Lake Parks Foundation had obtained a couple of grants that are gonna go towards the bathroom.
The remodel. And we're trying to, right now, and just, all of our bids are in, we're not accepting any more bids, so we can put it out. Our best bid right now is about $70,000 to redo all the bathrooms, not counting the roof, but just basically to redo the bathrooms and the concession stand. That's also putting in a mini split, so they will be heated and cooled, which will help. Right now, there's no ventilation in the bathrooms, so that's why there's so much, they're hot, they smell bad, but this way we'll put some mini splits in. We're just now trying, so Mike and the group are trying to raise that money to get there. And I think that the bank is going out there tomorrow, working with Mike to see they're trying to find sponsors to get the rest of this taken care of. Okay.
I move for approval of the construction bid between the City of Paul Valley and Arbuckle Roofing listed in the amount in item 15.
Second.
Probably move to second to approve action item number 15. Councilman Marshall,
Yes.
Councilman Grimmett,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Meisel,
Yes.
Mayor Rushing.
Yes.
How do you put those out? The bid, I mean, you put it in paper,
We have to put it in the paper because that's it, and then we try to send it out. We send it out, we put it in, there's a state bid site, and we put it out there, but typically on something this small, we don't, and we have a hard time, even with a paper, getting it out there. I'm willing to find out, if somebody's got a better way to put it out there so more people will see it, because we put it out there twice and didn't hardly get any bids. Right now, our best way to put it out is we call people that we know that are in construction and says, hey, if you're willing to bid, here's our bid packet, put in a bid for it.
That's great. We need to pick up, 10 roofing customers. I
mean, it's the appeal, says call them. I mean, a lot of times, I don't think people see them.
And that's
I mean,
it, so
they're
we,
working.
I mean, so I will tell you, like, when we put it out there, we went downstairs to people that had the roofing license here and started sending it out to them. Some of you get, some you don't. Now, this one realistically, it's a small roof. So, you know, the company, you know, the Starbucks, they're, you know, small company, two-man crew. Because most of them look at that roof and they're like, you know, it's not worth some of them to deal with. But we're always,
Getting it.
when we get ready to put up, if you know a way that we can promote some of our you know, our requests for bids, we struggle getting some of our bids back. We're always looking, we've got to find a better way to get them out there.
Maybe placing it on the website, I know we redid the website,
We-
and having a
Right,
section.
we have a spot on the website, we thought they went out there, but that's changed now, we're trying to get those back in. But then there's other things that we're just trying to get out there, how to do, to get more bids, because it's more competitive.
I think the city media page too, I mean, just stating that a bid, request for proposal has been placed, you can reference it at the website, would draw traffic too.
Item 16, discussion and possible action to prescribe a placer for an annual fee of $8,000 to be used for tracking foot traffic, analyzing customer demographics, assessing competitor performance, and optimizing site selection for retail, real estate, and economic development.
So, y'all saw our placer, I think I put that on last, you know, this summer when we did the thing with Okie Doodly. I've used it for a long time, I'm familiar with it. We have never done it because, you know, their price for our city has always been $15,000. So over the last several months, I've been trying to negotiate, like, we can't afford that, but we like what you have. Using some other influences from other cities, they're willing to offer us a thing good of $8,000 for an annual prescription. I would like to take it and divide up a little bit with rec center and then tourism, so it's kind of spread out a little bit, so it's not hitting any one department real hard. But this will allow us, we can geo-fence the city, everything about it, every event we have, we can start finding out, are we really drawing the numbers that we think we're drawing? And it's gonna, you know, qualify or quantify how we're spending our money, are we doing the right traction? This is also a step we can start moving towards as we start looking at economic development to promote our city, because it has a lot of functions. As long as where we say, what our traffic do we have, where are these people coming from, what's the economic impact of these people coming in and out of town? You know, we're assuming a lot, but this is the way we can actually, we get it there.
I'm gonna make a motion that we approve this expense.
Second.
Been properly moved and second to approve action item number 16. Vice Mayor Meisel,
Yes.
Councilman Marshall,
Yes.
Councilman Grimmett,
Yes.
Mayor Rushing.
Yes.
I will add, I'm looking forward to the day that this.
Well, once it's approved, I mean, actually, the guy's, he's got a phone call in tomorrow morning. Once we approve it, it'll be hooked up. We'll probably be, Tawny will be playing with it probably tomorrow afternoon. And then we can start, it takes some time, but we will have to develop and geofence everything. And hopefully, as we start looking, we can actually eventually get down to geofence, build, you know, each individual shop, that they can come to the city and say, hey, who's coming to our business, and how long they spending time there, where are they coming from, and we can develop from there. That takes time, because it takes time to geofence everything. You know, the city's easy, and we do big areas, smaller, it takes you more time. But you will see some impact.
When you say geofence, and this is probably too technical a question, so when we geofence in certain things, you can capture IPs and then see where they go. So are we gonna have capturable IP abilities within the placer?
Yes, they're through their cell phones. Yep, that's it.
So we'll see what they'll leave afterwards, right?
And so we will know where they track. So when we do the cell phone tracking, the placer will track us where they're coming from, come to that fence area, and where they're going right afterwards. And they will track it, you know, and depending on how far, where they're coming from, you know, like say, if they're coming, you can track where they came from directly, or you can track where they were the day before. That's however you want to track it, you know, you can track it back. sometimes they'll let you track. Now, we're probably not gonna get that detailed to track them for a week, but we just wanna know where they're coming from and so forth.
Well, and also, and Tawny's very familiar with this, but these events we're hosting, are they truly bringing, because we're spending tourism money to fund events here in town for some of our organizations, and we don't really have good data that that's money well spent yet.
Yeah, are we drawing people,
Bingo.
are we drawing people from outside the community, or drawing people in the community? And how many are actually showing up?
Exactly.
You know, when people
So
start
it'll
saying,
help
hey,
guide our tourism.
we're getting
dollars.
500 people from out of town to come, well, we don't know, we're guessing.
Yes, indeed.
Seventeen.
All right, consideration with possible action of a rezoning change from I2 to R2 for the property located at 1010 Hill Avenue as recommended by Planning and Zoning Commission.
Mr. Herrera's here if you have any questions, but this property is out there, I don't know if anybody knows, it's come off 77 when we turn to the old KST, back going into the water plant. If you keep going all the way to the dead end of that road, your house has been there for forever.
It used to be a radio station.
But at some point, I don't know when, I guess whenever they zoned the industrial park, it was put in with the industrial park as I-2. It should have stayed R2 like the other houses, somewhat close to it. And for him to, if he does any substantial remodel or something happens to it, gets blown away, tornado, gets burned, whatever, as it is right now, he wouldn't be able to rebuild it.
You actually can't, you can't get a loan because if it gets destroyed, it's not rebuildable. I have 3 other siblings that are involved in this. I'm purchasing your percentage out of it. So we can't get a loan, basically within an I-2, the property is worth the acre of land it's on, and that's it, because the house is worth nothing. But.
I don't get that's the way it's on the city side too, if something happens to it, it would be able to.
Right.
So, like I said, I don't know why it wasn't that what it was back when, but.
And as I told Mark, if at some point that an industry wants to come in, I'm not an unreasonable person. It was my mom's house. She wanted me to buy it. I'm not gonna, not sell it or try to make $1 million off of it, not sell it at property value. It's not, she wanted me to buy it. I'm not trying.
Honorable son, yeah. Well done, sir.
Make a motion to approve the rezoning. Second. You just gotta take that square away.
Yeah, just that, yeah, we have to make sure it's, I think you already got that done, the survey.
Everything's done.
Yeah.
Now, do you own the road, or just, is the road the city's, or is it, because it's dirt road, isn't it?
No, it's hill, it's pavement and it curves to go to the water treatment and then it's gravel. That's the driveway, but it's.
I've seen
As far as I know, that's just a driveway when it curves into the water.
Wait a motion.
Thank you.
That's what
Probably
we're
go
doing.
to seconded, approve action on number 17. Councilman Grimmett,
Yes.
Councilman Marshall,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Meisel,
yes.
Mayor Rushing.
When will I have documentation? Because my loan was at closing when this came up. I need some sort of documentation.
You can come by tomorrow, I'll get you.
Okay, all right. Thank you.
It might just be if we don't get it done, I don't know how long it takes, but you can probably give you, we can give you.
I say that, about the only thing we really wanna have, is minutes and be whatever.
I'm assuming that I can call the loan officer, but I'll need
Right.
some, maybe.
Can we do it?
Yeah, a letter from the city
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
so
stating that this
Yeah,
was
just
approved.
say-
Hey, you might know, Jonathan, what would be?
Well, I will speak to that point, because I'm trying to open a bank account. We had to have a minute from our organization in order to do that, to please the bank examiners. Now, it wasn't necessarily Jonathan's bank, but that's what we had to do,
Okay, all right, perfect,
which we could easily whip something out.
okay, even if it's minutes or whatever.
Speaking for you,
Actually, I mean, yeah, I think, but.
I don't think it'll be ready tomorrow.
Yeah,
I would say Thursday.
but you got it on the agenda tonight, that's what we had to do. We had to have an agenda item and the minute to support it in order. The bank wasn't saying that, the bank examiners were saying that.
Right.
Which is not.
We'll have it ready about Thursday morning.
Thursday morning?
Thank you.
Thank you, Nancy, thank you. Thank you, Nancy. They're just looking at us. Closer.
Item 18, consideration of an executive session for discussing the employment.
I really don't have any.
Okay.
I have one item.
Oh.
Just one item.
Oh, okay.
We got to go to executive session.
Well, yeah.
I'll make a motion, we move into executive
Okay.
session.
Second.
Probably move to second that we go into executive session. Vice Mayor Meisel,
Yes.
I'm sorry, yes.
Councilman Marshall,
Yes.
Councilman Goodman.
Yes.
Mayor Rushing.
Andrew's trying to.
You wouldn't get to eat breakfast with me, your meal.
Oh my goodness.
I promise.
Well, I'll use praise feed to what we're doing then. I will make a motion that we return to executive session.
Second.
Properly moved and seconded, return from executive session. Vice Mayor Meisel.
Yes.
Councilman Grimmett.
Yes.
Councilman Marshall.
Yes.
Mayor Rushing.
Yes. There is no action from executive session, so we'll move to item 21, new business.
Okay.
Okay. Item 22, well, it's just that, welcome. Item 23, city manager comments.
So we talked about it a little last week, and we had some communication things. We're gonna try to create a better communication chain for all city events, even today with our water issue kind of thing to deal. We're gonna work on that. We're gonna work on it pretty diligently. We've got to figure out how to get a better communication. Water issues, we had water breaks continue at the airport, continued. That's why you'll see the next item of business coming out. We did have we had a water break that came out Sunday and worked on yesterday, then today became an issue from a raw water out behind the high school. That was a water issue this time. We've had some employee issues, hoping we've got them straightened out. Some of them made news. That was dealt with very, very quickly. And then if you notice, we've got our bump outs and flowers up. We're working on that. Remember, that's still phase one. We still have some other phases. Greenery will start showing up as we move into the next phases. It's a little bare now, but we still have plans. It's just what money we have.
Looks better.
That's my, I don't have any comments other than that. That's it.
The bump out, guys, we have itemized what we're supposed to do. I mean, the bid that gave us, I'm gonna do this.
I didn't do that. Tony had to get, I didn't, she looked at it, I don't know if
I've seen it, it was itemized. So we could go back and
Make sure you
like landscape
So
fabric.
that fingerprint needs to be.
Because the fabric has to, because if he didn't put it in, and I found he didn't put it in, because I just saw we
I
don't
know,
want finish.
he didn't put it.
Yeah, and I noticed ones he didn't, that they didn't get done that day, didn't have fabric in. So, okay, we'll have to pull that up and see.
No discussion.
I do have one other thing I guess I forgot. Sit and try and get your schedule over the next few weeks, just so you can start looking at our budget. I'll be gone to the water thing. It's enormous. I'll be in and out that day. In my leadership, but then it shows a little bit of how we're planning on our budget. We have to have so many workshops and so forth for budget. Those are our dates that we've set. They are all council nights. So we'll do 5:30 and hopefully be fairly quick and easy. We may not get through all of the budget workshop at one time, but we'll do it twice if we have to, just so we can all go through
I like that calendar, it's nice.
it, so. Okay, just to let you know, because like me, if I don't get on my calendar quick, I forget, okay. I guess that's the last I have.
City attorney comments,
No comments.
city council comments. Well, our chiefs, I know that we gave you an accommodation, but I also wrote a thank you to you that I want to read to you guys, because I appreciate everything that you did. And so I want to express my deepest gratitude to the first responders who came to our aid during the school shooting. In an unthinkably painful moment for our community, you showed unwavering courage, compassion, and professionalism. Your presence brought comfort when we needed it most, and we are profoundly grateful for the care you showed to every student, family, and staff member. Thank you for standing with us and for everything you do to protect our community. Need a motion?
Make a motion, we adjourn.
Second.
Probably move to second to adjourn. Councilman Grimmett.
Yes.
Councilman Marshall.
Yes.
Vice Mayor Meisel.
Yes.
Mayor Rushing.
Yes. I'd like to call to order the municipal authority regular meeting. Chaz, if you'll reflect our roll call. Item 3 is approval of the consent agenda, items A through D.
I move for approval of the consent agenda, items A through D.
Second.
Probably moving to second to approve consent agenda. Trustee Herschel.
Yes.
Trustee Grimmett.
Yes.
Trustee Meisel.
Yes.
Chairman Rushing.
Yes. Item 4, discussion and possible action to approve a construction bid between the City of Pauls Valley and W. Brown Enterprise, Inc. for construction and replacement of 1,300 foot of 12-inch main water line located along West Avenue in the amount not to exceed $99,258.20 for construction only.
So this is the water line that we've been having troubles with. It has failed continually since we started this. We're in the process, we've got to replace the line, but it's, every time we fix it, it just moves 10 feet down, so much damage, so much, it's just age and just leaks have been, pipes have shifted, things like that. So this is basically it, we talked about before we went out for bid. This is they're coming in, they just finished out on the highway. They were able to get such a lower bid because they didn't have to move, but, 5 miles down the road. So that's where that, there, if you notice out there, they're on site, ready for us to start. So, and the next one is the materials. And we were able to save, about $9,000 by us buying materials.
So the whole deal is gonna be $140,000.
The whole deal will be around 149. I think I gave you the bids for the gap.
I'm gonna make a motion that we approve action item 4.
Second.
Probably moving to second to approve action item 4. Trustee Meisel,
Yes.
Trustee Herschel,
Yes.
Trustee Grimmett,
Yes.
Chairman Rushing.
Yes. Item 5, discussion and possible action to approve a materials bid between the City of Pauls Valley and the Utility Technology Services, UTS, for materials and fixtures of 1,300 foot of a 12-inch main water line located along West Avenue in the amount not to exceed $42,109.68.
I move for approval of the materials bid as listed in item 5, and the amount listed there as well.
Second.
Probably moving to second to approve action item number 5. Trustee Herschel,
Yes.
Trustee Grimmett,
Yes.
Trustee Meisel,
Yes.
Chairman Rushing.
Yes. Item 6, new business.
No new business.
Item 7, trust manager comments.
Most comments I think we already made, we are addressing, hopefully we got our other water leak under control. Cause that was a little bit different, it's raw water, so it's some things. I know this is a lot of money, but we'll have to probably pull it out of reserves, but we have to start making our improvements on infrastructure. Things are beginning to age out, even if we pick out a little at a time, so. We're working towards it, we are getting better. Plants get ready to be approved, and now we just start to get our other infrastructure up and running.
Trust attorney comments.
No comments.
Trustee comments. If none, I need a motion to adjourn.
Make a motion we adjourn.
Second.
Probably moving second to adjourn. Trustee Grimmett,
Yes.
Trustee Herschel,
Yes.
Trustee Meisel,
Yes.
Chairperson Rushing.
Yes. I'd like to call to order the Pauls Valley Ambulance Service District Number 1 regular meeting. Chaz, if you will reflect our roll call. Item 3, approval of consent agenda, items A and B.
Move for approval of consent agendas items A through B.
Second.
Properly moved and seconded to approve action item number 3. Trustee Norshel,
Yes.
trustee Mizel,
Yes.
trustee Grimmett,
Yes.
chairperson Rushing.
Yes. Item 4, consideration and possible action regarding a request for proposals, RFP, for ambulance services that have been issued. Excuse me, including status and next steps.
Yeah, I know it was coming up, for the last several months, Mercer's contract ends August 31st. So I know they have to be RFP sent out to other agencies. Sent them out on April 1st and put in the RFP, they have to have their proposals back in by May 22nd. That way we'll have it back and then we can go over them on the 26th. But I sent them out to 8 different agencies.
Here we go again. Yeah, and hopefully we'll get good prices, so.
Yeah.
We can hope, right?
I'll hold my breath a little bit on it because
Gas prices
I
going
think
up. It's gonna affect
we'll
it.
do a lot better this time.
Why do you believe that?
Just from some discussions, so I think we'll be better off.
Some good news. I thought gas prices being up so significantly might really affect us.
You need action on that?
No,
Just some kind of
just let you know.
Okay.
That's already gone.
Thank you.
Make a motion we adjourn.
Second.
Properly moved and seconded. Trustee Grimmett,
Yes.
trustee Norshel,
Yes.
trustee Mizel,
Yes.
chairperson Rushing.
Yes.
Hey, Mark.